You're reading this, but your brain is already tricking you. Right now, it is filtering out the hum of your surroundings, the weight of your body in the chair, because none of it feels new. That is how time slips. The clock ticks at the same pace, but your mind compresses routine into nothingness. Here is the gut punch. If you are 30, you've burned through 11,000 days. Gone, not in a dramatic blaze, but in the 437th takeout, meal eaten mindlessly, the 2,190 commutes blurred into a single grey smear. Someday isn't a date on the calendar, it is the anesthesia of repetition, but your brain can be hacked. Take a different stairwell tomorrow. Order the dish you can't pronounce. These aren't whims, they're deliberate jolts to your neural recording. Time expands when you force it to pay attention. Yet here is where we self-sabotage. We rage against a missed deadline, but shrug at years of unlearned skills. The lie, I don't have time. The truth, you are overestimating daily capacity and underestimating cumulative power. 1 month of 15-minute Spanish lessons tonight beats someday fluency now. The deathbed test, picture your 90-year-old self. That urgent email you are drafting, will its absence even register? But the bedtime story you skipped, that is the withdrawal no bank balance fixes. Relationships compound like interest, yet we hemorrhage minutes on transactional chatter. Your move, grab a pen, list every priority. Now cross out all but 3, the rest, that is your avoid list. Distractions will dress as emergencies, your job is to starve them. Final thought, the next stranger you meet, they're a walking time expander. Ask them one unexpected question today. Watch how slowly the clock ticks back. Your turn, what is the first item on your avoid list? Type it below, making it real steals its power. You only text when you need a favor. That is why your contacts feel like ATMs you withdraw but never deposit. Notice how your palms sweat when you finally hit send on that ask. That is your body warning you. This relationship runs on fumes. Here is the brutal math. Every unanswered request is interest compounding on your social debt. The people you ignore today hold the opportunities you'll beg for tomorrow. Weak ties aren't weak, they're live wires. That barista who remembers your order, the co-worker from 3 jobs ago, they're your human search algorithm. Feed them crumbs of attention now or starve later. Career comfort is a slow poison. That safe role is digesting your future self. Watch how your boss's eyes skip over you in meetings, your expiration dates stamped on your forehead. Your procrastination holds clues. What you avoid reveals what you crave. That spreadsheet you keep abandoning. Your soul. Screaming for a jungle gym career move. Sleep deprivation is self-sabotage in pajamas. Would you trust a drunk CEO then? While exhausted, you make life decisions. Your 3 a.m. brain is a traitor selling your potential for instant gratification. Morning, you lies those 5 a.m. plans. Evening, you pays the price. Stop writing checks your future self can T-cash. Movement is mental warfare. Stuck on a problem. Do 10 squats. Your stiff hips are blocking creative flow. Physical inertia breeds mental stagnation. Teaching isn't about expertise, it is about desperation. The moment you think, I'm not ready to teach, is exactly when you must. Your confusion is the lesson someone needs. Your turn, what favor have you been too ashamed to ask? Type it here. The act of naming it reveals who truly belongs in your inner circle. Watch your phone tonight. The next, hey stranger text you get, that is your mirror. You know that tightness in your chest when you are scrolling LinkedIn at 2 a.m., comparing your behind the scenes chaos to everyone's highlight reels. That is your body screaming, stop consuming, start creating F for dirty. Here is the dirty secret. No one admits your struggles make you a better teacher than any polished expert. Why? Because you still remember what to be actually confused you. Want a cheat code, read biographies. Each one forces you to live a lifetime of mistakes in a few hours. Most people exhaust themselves trying to be good at everything. The ruthless truth, strategic incompetence, is your armor. Stay deliberately bad at things that don't serve you. It keeps your ego in check and your mind out. Constraints aren't your enemy, they're your weapon. Limited time, limited resources. Good, they force you to innovate while others drown in options. But here is the real test. Can you quit fast? Not every battle is worth fighting. Walking away from dead-end projects isn't failure. It is making space for what truly ignites you. Your emotions have an expiration date. Anger, fear, biologically, they last 90 seconds. After that, you are choosing to marinate in them. Emotional regulation is ends T-self. Help fluff, it is the difference between keeping a job and leading the room. And about those difficult conversations you've been avoiding, every day you delay, the emotional debt compounds. That awkward talk with your boss or partner. It is growing fangs in the shadows. Money isn't about digits, it is about time sovereignty. Lifestyle inflation is a treadmill, fancier car, longer commute, more maintenance. You think you're climbing, but you're just running in place. Here is your litmus test. Check your last 3 impulse purchases. Were they experiences appreciating assets or CBJects depreciating clutter tonight? Do this, open your notes app and type one thing you've been pretending not to notice about your life. Don't edit, don't rationalize. The raw truth there, that is your starting line. PS, that project you've been half-heartedly working on, drop it before it drains another year. Your future self is watching. What will they see you sea daring to quit? Your brain is clogged with the rust of hesitation. That moment when your fingers hover over the keyboard, paralyzed by the need for perfection, that is the kill zone for creativity. You're waiting for the water to run clear, but the pipe's still full of sediment. Here is the truth. Those cringe-worthy first drafts aren't failures. They're the price of admission. Watch what happens when you force yourself to create under constraints. Your mind starts bending rules, finding gaps like Shakespeare turning sonnets into weapons. Unlimited freedom breeds paralysis, but give yourself absurd limitations. Write the worst possible version first. Use only 5 colors. Speak in haikus. Suddenly, your brain starts tunneling through walls. It built itself. Energy isn't just time with extra steps. It is the currency of meaning, that 3 p.m. crash where you mindlessly scroll. That is not laziness. It is your body screaming about energy bankruptcy. Most people are draining their accounts with toxic routines, the soul sucking meetings, the quick social media checks that hijack 47 minutes. Meanwhile, the high performers, they're ruthless energy accountants. They know strategic incompetence. Sorry, I'm terrible at Excel is really a force field for focus. Your social circle is either a greenhouse or a graveyard. Those transactional let TS grab coffee chats that feel like networking, they re-corpse flowers, bright but dead inside. Real connections happen in the unplanned cracks, the 2 a.m. text about an absurd idea, the shared silence during a road trip. Most people wait until they're drowning to build lifelines. The wise, they're already weaving the net, one genuine thread at a time. Here is your litmus test. What is one thing you're currently tolerating that is silently draining your creative marrow? Name it. Now, what is the smallest act of rebellion you can commit against it today? PS, that person you've been mentally rehearsing conversations with, stop. They're not thinking about you half as much as you think they are. Your obsession is their background noise. Redirect that energy. Your future collaborators are waiting where you least expect. Your brain is running on autopilot right now. Those mental shortcuts that make you see only what you expect to see. Notice how your shoulders just tensed. That is your body reacting to the blind spots in your own thinking. Ever been in a meeting where everyone nods along? Then later you realize the obvious solution was never mentioned. That is the map territory mismatch in action. While others play checkers with surface level moves, the real game demands second order thinking, not just what happens next, but what happens after that. The chilling truth, your so-called obvious choice, is only obvious inside your flawed mental model. Here is the gut punch. You're probably creating some of your biggest problems right now by how you're trying to solve them. Inverse thinking exposes this instead of frantically searching for solutions. Ask, how am I manufacturing this crisis? Sometimes the answer freezes your blood. The fix isn't moving forward, but stopping what you're doing. Life design isn't about grand plans. It is about running brutal little experiments. That project you're overthinking, launch a scrappy version tomorrow, the relationship you're analyzing to death. Test 1, uncomfortable conversation. Society, S-metrics are rigged. Your real portfolio isn't T-money, but the scars from trying things that did T-work. Here is your 5-minute rebellion. Pick one area where you've been stuck in analysis paralysis. Set a timer. Do the worst possible version of the thing right now. The momentum from that small act will terrify you in the best way. Now check your hands. Are they clenched? That is your body knowing the truth before your mind admits it. Every minute you spend perfecting the plan is a minute stolen from your unlived life. The clock's ticking. What experiment starts now?